Even gods aren't safe from discrimination. Let me explain. You see, discrimination itself is not an issue. The word has a negative connotation to it, but all it means is that you're choosing one thing over another thing for any reason or another. The problem comes when you discriminate over immoral reasons, such as conventionally like sex, race, gender identity, religion, etc. Now you're probably putting two and two together and figuring out what this video is about. I want to have a talk about Zeus. This doesn't just apply to him though. There's also Poseidon and even Aphrodite. But Aphrodite often gets a pass because she's Aphrodite. Like, come on. Like, I think the only deity I think is more popular than her is Hecate or Apollo. And that's a hard maybe. But yes, I'll be focusing this video on Zeus. This brings me to the question. Why is Zeus often hated and not worshipped by many modern day Hellenists? Look, if you're no stranger to Hellenic polytheism, or even just look at the religion from an outsider's perspective, you would know that Zeus sticks his thing in anything and everything. There was that one time he turned into a bull to get into someone's pants. There was the time he turned himself into a swan to get into someone's pants. There was the time he took the form of a satyr, a goose, an eagle, shower of gold, a flame, and even Artemis herself, in order to get with one of her close followers. Now, if you recognize any of those stories, you may notice the part where the authors, as well as Zeus, both leave out any mention of consent. And if that's not bad enough, the victim was often then persecuted by Hera immediately afterwards. Like, no shade to Hera. I literally have a shrine to her. But she literally gives zero fucks. She does not care what the circumstances are. If Zeus was inside you, then you just have to get the smoke. That's simply how it works. Now, if hearing all that sparked a slight discomfort that has made you want to avoid this guy at all costs, you aren't alone. I've come across the issue of people hating Zeus a lot in the Hellenic community. People refusing to worship him. People attacking others who do worship him. Even non-Hellenists using Zeus's actions as a way of putting down or discrediting the religion. Which brings me to the second half of this video. You see, it's fine to assume myths have some weight to them. It is, after all, the only way us mortals can get an insight into what deities are actually like. But I think it's often forgotten exactly what myths are. Myths are stories. Stories made by mortals. Unlike other religions where you say the Bible is written by people inspired by God, or the Quran is written down from the words of an angel, Hellenic myths aren't said to have any divine intervention. Hesiod, Homer, all these people were just like you and me who simply wanted to record their culture and tell the tales that those around them spoke about. Now, that's not to say that we shouldn't listen to myths at all, but just some myths aren't to be taken literally, such as Helios driving a chariot across the sky representing the sun moving east to west every day. Other myths may have been fine, funny, haha back in ancient times, but don't exactly fly in modern times. These myths about a powerful man who takes what he wants and symbolizes power and leadership simply are outdated. Now, you can have the same takeaway from it, that he takes what he wants and is a powerful man, without thinking he does so in a predatory way. Because as society changes, the way we talk about our gods needs to change as well. The way we view a strong and powerful man in a leadership role is different. So just as the ancients respected him back then, we need to respect him now and talk about him in an updated manner that gives him the respect of a modern day role model. At the end of the day, he is the king of the gods. He should not be intentionally ignored by people over mortal-made stories. He should be prayed to just like everyone else. If you want to see me craft a formal prayer to Zeus, click this video right here.